I am using ChatGPT to understand everything about documents and contracts and agreements and legal and law and everything. So it's important for you to not be taken advantage, or for you to understand exactly what you're getting into. You can paste a PDF document. You can paste an Excel document to help you analyze numbers in a big way. You can paste Word documents, PowerPoint presentations. Okay, so check this out. We got this document right here. We got a legal document, a very complicated legal document. Here's what I do know right now about what this has done. This has made it, part of the things that right now are real is that all of you now cannot be taken advantage of. If you are taken advantage of with documents that you shouldn't have signed, with like paperwork that you didn't understand, then that's on you because you're signing something that you don't fully understand. Now you have the ability to understand everything, fully understand it. It's pretty incredible. Like I have a friend of mine who's one of our partners, Tom Cummins. He loves to study everything. Like he is so attention to detail. He's patient like that. I don't have that patience. We do business together and we have to sign a legal contract and it's like 120 pages long. And he's like, Manuel, I just printed out the document. I'm going to spend the day reading it. And I'm like, thank God you're my partner because I don't want to read it. For me, that's a lot. Now, I am using ChatGPT to understand everything about documents and contracts and agreements and legal and law and everything. So it's important for you to not be taken advantage, or for you to understand exactly what you're getting into. Going into the subject of this particular document on credit management, I'm going to take this document here and I'm going to paste it in here. You can paste a PDF document. You can paste an Excel document to help you analyze numbers in a big way. You can paste Word documents, PowerPoint presentations. I can give it my entire PowerPoint presentation in a minute. It'll have a summary of everything that I'm covering on that presentation. Obviously, it works really well with Microsoft stuff. If you didn't know this, Microsoft is the biggest investor of this company, having done over $20 billion in that company. And Microsoft is now integrating on their search engines, OpenAI, across all of it. But there's a lot of other changes happening. On iOS 18, imagine that Apple doing business with Microsoft. This is a company that historically has been like number one enemy, right? Like this is a big deal. So Apple now is announced a partnership with OpenAI, and iOS 18 is coming with a ChatGPT integrated into Siri. Some of the advanced things you will still have to do it in the app, document upload and things like that. Those ones you will have to pay, but they're integrating ChatGPT into the iPhones. How big the world, how much is it changing when you have Apple and Microsoft companies sort of connecting? Okay, so we got this document over here, and we're going to take this prompt. So it says, simplify, you just upload it, you just drop it in there. All you guys just drop it in there, right? And you can do it on the phone too. I use it on my phone all the time. Upload a document directly. 2 days ago, you gave me a document, like a huge document, right? Of like some things that guidelines for our company. I gave it to the tool and I said, give me the summary of all this, and just like that, right? So it's really cool to understand this language, right? In a simple, effective way. So I'm telling it, simplify this text so that it's easier to understand. Use simple language without eliminating any key points. Include plenty of examples and define key terms. It's pretty crazy how fast it is, right? So introduction, understanding creditors and debtors. These are people or institutions like banks that lend money. They earn money by charging interest or fees. Examples, banks, credit unions, private lenders, debtors. These are people or companies that borrow money. They have to pay back the money with interest. Example, someone taking a personal loan, a company using bonds. Key terms, loan agreement, a contract that details how much money is borrowed, the interest rate, and the repayment schedule. Credit terms, rules about how and when the borrowed money should be paid back. Repayment schedules, a plan that shows when and how much money needs to be paid back, often monthly. Regulatory environment. These are laws to protect both creditors and debtors and ensure the fair practices, consumer protection laws, lending standards, bankruptcy regulations, economic implications. You know, one of the cool things that I like to do with this, it's still a long document, but it was 8 pages. And now I can read it in a minute and a half and understand the key takeaways. And I can ask questions based on that. Okay, did it talk about this? Did it talk about that point? Did it explain this thing or that point? But let's say that I still don't get it. I still don't. Make me a story that explains, I mean, the amount of things that you can, my God. Okay. So now you can teach your kids very easily about creditors and debtors, right? Okay, I'm going to read you a bedtime story. In the land of money exchange, two important groups of people, creditors and debtors. Creditors are like rich wizards who have lots of gold coins. They can be banks, credit unions, or even wealthy individuals. These wizards lend their gold coins to others, but expect to get them back with a bit extra, called interest or fees. Debtors are like travelers who need gold coins to buy things or start adventures. They could be anyone from a young adventurer to a big merchant company. They borrow gold coins from the wizards and promise to pay back with some extra gold coins as interest. So chapter 2, check out the name, the magical agreements. When a traveler borrows gold coins from a wizard, they make a magical agreement called a loan agreement. The agreement says, how many gold coins are borrowed? How much extra gold interest needs to be paid back? When the gold coins need to be returned? Imagine if you write books for kids. Imagine how cool it would be to just create a series like this of like all these subjects in fun and easy and just like great ways to teach kids. You can make a series of 1,000 books like that. Talk about a business opportunity for these offers, right?